Hello everybody, I wanted to give you a quick tutorial on how to do this particular activity, the Cell Cycle and Mitosis Lab. I did give you a paper version of this particular lab, though I called it the Incredible Internet Investigation. We changed a little bit just so you didn't have to take pictures of this and post online and stuff. So we have an online form now to use, so you'll just open up that Google Classroom. On Google Classroom, you'll open up this document on the Cell Cycle and Mitosis Lab. Um, so the first few questions should just be taken from the notes that we did on Friday. That'll help you a lot in doing that. You should be able to answer basically these first 4 questions looking at that. Then we get to the actual lab part that's online. So you're going to click on this website. And this is what I wanted to go through with you because it could be a little bit confusing to get through this activity. The activity itself isn't very difficult, though. All right, so the activity is the online onion root tips, phases of the cell cycle. Click on that. A little bit of reading here on the root tips, how they grow, and they're going through mitosis. So you'll see all the different phases here on these slides. And then when you get done with that, click next, and it actually goes through the different phases here. So with interphase, you really can't see the chromosomes. The nucleus is intact. In prophase, you still have a nucleus, but you start to see chromosomes in it. Probably if you mix any two up, it's going to be those two phases. The other ones are pretty simple in comparison. Metaphase, they're just lined up in the center. That one's usually the easiest one to figure out, with anaphase being the next easiest because you'll see the chromatids being pulled apart and going to either side of the cell. And then finally telophase, they'll be kind of globbed up on each end, and you'll start to see sort of a splitting going on there. So just review those real quick, and then you go to next, and then you get to this table. And this table is really the only reason why you might want to get this paper out and use it, because the table is basically the same that's on the bottom here. So you don't have to keep flipping through the back to the activity to put the numbers and stuff in. You can just copy them on down there. And then when you get done with the lab, then you can just transfer that over pretty easy without having to flip to the website. All right, so you're going to click next, and it's going to give you a cell here. So you've got the cell, what it looks like, and you're going to pick what phase is that cell in. These are lined up in the center. That's classic metaphase, so you're going to click that, and it's going to put the cell picture under metaphase and then give you a new cell. What happens if you pick the wrong one? Well, I know it's not anaphase, so I'll pick that there. And it says try again. It gives you an explanation of what you're looking at. So you just click try again. And by now you should know it's interphase. And it puts it under there. And it gives you another one which looks just like this. You click interphase. And you'll keep moving on till you get, I think there's like 36 cells you're going to have to identify. And it'll put them all there. Once you've gone through all that, just count the number of cells that were in interphase, and that's what you're going to write down in the boxes here. So it keeps track for you. You just need to count them when you're done. So when then you're finished, you'll then go back to the online paper, write down the numbers in your data table here. Then want you to figure out the percentage. So you're just going to take those total cells that you counted and listed here under interphase, and then you take the total number of cells total, which I think is 36 in this case, divide that number and multiply by 100, and you'll get a percentage of cells in each phase. And since interphase takes the longest, you'll probably have more higher percentage in interphase. All right, then finally, you're going to just label what phase they are, and then make sure you number them in order. So whichever one's interphase, you'd probably number that number 1, and then move on to prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. Mark which phase is which, and number them so that I know that you know what's going on. And then there's just a couple more questions you'll need to answer based on what you learned from this activity. Anyway, that's all I wanted to cover, just to make sure you were spending time learning and not wasting time figuring out the website. That's not really what this is all about. All right, so good luck with the lab. If you have any questions, again, email me. I'm online and we'll be paying attention when you got problems. That's it.